I feel extremely nauseous. Oh my goodness. Hello, it is November 1st, and I did in fact just finish doing my October reading recap, but I was like, I need to pick out some books to read in November, and why not visit my TBR jar once again, because I haven't picked some prompts from the TBR jar in like 2 months now, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna pick out 5 books, I think, or 5 prompts, and try to pick out 5 books that I want to read. I don't really have like also, I did do my nails, they're super cute. Hello. She's giving Glinda, she's giving Elfie, she's giving Wicked, she's giving It's November. I will be insufferable because my nails are so cute. Anyway, I don't really have, which is funny enough because I had like a fall TBR, which didn't really follow it. But I don't really have a specific goal for books that I want to read at the end of the year, because I know like my only thing is in December, I want to read my Christmas books. And also I think I have been saying I want to read Throne of Glass before 2025 ends, and I don't know if that'll happen. Like, I have just done a lot of reflecting, and I realistically, with school and with the fact that school will end mid-December, I don't know if I will even be able to start Throne of Glass in 2025. So I think I'm just gonna like let that be. And yes, I do eventually at some point want to read Throne of Glass, but I don't know if it's an emergency. It's really not an emergency, but I don't even know if it's gonna happen in the next like 4 years. So I think I'm just gonna let Throne of Glass sit on my TBR until I feel like going to it. You know, Emily did just start reading it, so maybe if she's like really, really loving it and she's like, Eugenia, you have to, then maybe. But until then, I have plenty of books on my TBR. I just want to read what I want to read. So let's pick out some prompts from my TBR jar. Like, it is still super full. Here, let me shake it up. This is kind of like the Kardashian salad shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake. That's funny. Okay. So, like I said, we're going to pick out 5 prompts, and we're just going to go for it. Whatever books that I get this month, or whatever like prompts that I get this month. There's like a couple books that I feel like I want to read before the year ends, but it's really not an emergency, like I said. But I'm gonna pick out, also if there's anything that's very like fall themed, I'll probably skip it because I'm ready for winter already. You are joking. I just said if there's any prompt that's specifically fall themed, I'll skip it. And then what comes up? A book that fits the current season. Can you please focus? I don't even know. Do I have any books that fit fall? Let me see if there's anything that fits the fall season. Otherwise, we're going to pick a new prompt, but hold on. Okay, I just looked on my bookshelves, and the really only things that fit this season is like thrillers, and I don't care enough. So we're going to repick prompt number 1. You can see, I'm trying to get, what does this say? Okay, a book with a place in the title. Okay, a book with a place in the title. Let's pick out a couple and see which ones I'm more interested in. Okay, the only book that I saw that really has a place is The House in the Cerulean Sea. And honestly, I don't want to read this. I don't want to read this. So we're going to repick, and this is going to be the 3rd time, and that's it. If I don't see a book that I want to read more than this right now, then we have to go with this. But let's pick a different book, pick a different prompt. This is such an interesting start to the November TBR because wow, the first 2 prompts I'm just like, nah, I vetoed. Okay, yes, this is the prompt that I want. Can you see that? A book under 300 pages. I can work with this. I'm going to start by checking how many pages Best Laid Plans are. If this book is less than 300 pages, which I think it is, I will finish it before the month ends. But I also want to see if there's other books that I'm interested in. Ooh, it does look like it's under 300. Okay, 270 pages. Let me see what other books there are. Otherwise, this might be it. Hold on. Okay, so I found 2 books that I think are going to be under 300 pages. Let's check Night Shift. I recently got this book from Goodwill. Ooh, 302. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Not Night Shift. And then Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop. I've heard really good things about this book. Let's see. Oh, and there's a second book that's going to be coming out in 2025. Ooh, 266. Okay, so this book is under 300 pages, and also this book is under 300 pages. But just because I'm already in the middle of this and I plan to finish it anyway, I'm going to leave that off. But we're going to go with Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop. This looks like a destination wedding. So it says, a destination wedding in Tulum should be a breeze, but Dr. Janelle Cross, the sister of the bride and the ex-girlfriend of the groom, can't catch a break. Between her maid of honor duties, her sister's bridezilla antics, and her family tiptoeing around her non-existent feelings for her ex, Janelle is desperate to let off some steam. So when the best man, Rome, proposes they give in to their undeniable chemistry, Janelle agrees under one condition: their affair can only last a week. Only for the week. What happens in Tulum doesn't always stay in Tulum. For Rome Martin, Janelle has always been off limits. She's his best friend's ex, and Rome is nothing if not loyal, but he's never been able to get her off his mind, and now he might finally have a chance to win her over. As the wedding brings them together, every kiss, adventure, and stolen moment feels right. Janelle and Rome agreed to live in the moment, but are they willing to risk it all forever? Okay, you know what? Yes. And also it looks like it's going to be super fast. And also it looks like there's pictures. Oh, there's pictures in this book. It looks like Tulum, I'm assuming. But, part 2, The Storm. Okay. No, this is a good first book. So Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop. I am so excited to read this in November. It feels like a very summer romance, but like I'm here for it. I want a quick read right now. So, okay, that was a good prompt one. A book under 300 pages. Let's pick another. This video is like long for no reason at this point. Ooh. Okay, let's pick another. This is, okay. A book you think will make you cry. Okay, a book you think will make you cry. Interesting. Okay, hold on. I think I have one that I think will make me cry. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to start with this because it's an honorable mention because I don't think I'll pick it, but The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I have heard people say this book is really good and very emotional. I don't think I'm going to pick this right now, but I do think it'll make me cry. However, after reading Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan, I have like 5 or 6 books by Mia Sheridan, so I just picked the 2 shortest ones if I'm being completely honest. But if it's like Archer's Voice, I think these will also make me cry. I'm going to read the first one, which is Kyland, A Love Story by Mia Sheridan. This has dirt poor, hillbilly, backwoods hick, mountain folk, which already I'm like, are these insults that people are telling this man, or like, and that's already making me sad. Like, oh my goodness. But Tenley Fallon struggles each day to survive in the small, poverty-stricken mining town where she lives with her sister and mentally ill mother. Her dream of winning the yearly Titan Cold Scholarship is all that keeps her going. With it, she would get a free ride to the college of her choice and finally escape the harshness of this life. Secure a career that could one day get her family out of Denville. But Kylan Barrett has worked just as tirelessly to win the scholarship, desperate to leave the town behind that has brought him so much pain. Through near starvation, deep loneliness, and against all odds, he'll let nothing stand in his way. Certainly not the girl who's his main competition. Then one moment changes everything. Tenley and Kylan find themselves turning from strangers to friends and tipping dangerously close to love. They're both determined not to form any lasting attachment, but the longer they're together, the more hopeless it seems. Only one of them gets to win. Only one of them gets to leave, and when that day comes, what happens to the one left behind? I literally bought this book for $2 from Half Price Books, but oh my goodness. Okay, I think I want to read this one, but let's see what Travis is all about. I got this from Savers for $3.99, but the sticker is right over the thing. Hold, please. Okay, well, I can't get the sticker off, but that is fine because I think I'm going to pick Kylan by Mia Sheridan. I don't know if I'm ready for this, but I don't like books where the characters are going through so much hardship, like near starvation and just like being insulted daily. So yeah, I think I'm going to pick Kylan by Mia Sheridan, and we'll see how this goes. If this book makes me cry, which is exactly the prompt, then yeah, here we go. Okay, let's pick the third book, shall we? Please give me something happy. Please give me literally just something that will not make me cry. Please and thank you. Okay. So this says, a book in a genre you don't normally read. Okay, so I have mainly romance and fantasy. Those are the two genres that I mainly read. And then I do thrillers as well. So I guess thrillers as well. Okay. What other genre do I even have? Okay, I do have historical fiction. So like the historical romances, I suppose, but like the Bridgerton books, and then any book by Kristen Hanna, which I do have The Nightingale here, but any book by Kristen Hanna I don't normally read because I don't normally read like historical fictions, but I have them because I want to. What else? Ooh, is this a cop-out? Okay, so in terms of genres I don't normally read, I will say I don't normally read graphic novels. And Heartstopper Volume 1 has been on like 4 TBRs at this point, and I still haven't gotten to it because I want to read this. I don't want to read this when I'm in a slump or just mad about books because I feel like I'm not going to like it. But like, I don't normally read graphic novels. This will literally be the first, which is, I think, why I also haven't read it, because I'm like, I don't know how I'll feel about it. And then secondly, I actually don't normally read darker romance. So the first one that I read, the first like dark romance that I read was the Mind F series, and I absolutely enjoyed all 5 of those books. Like, it was very dark and a very mind fucky series, but like I loved the end of the book. So outside of that, like I genuinely haven't read any like dark romance outside of the Mind F series. So something like Butcher and Blackbird, which is, you know, a friends to lovers dark romantic comedy full of murder, chaos, and sizzling chemistry, could be really good. So let me read the back of this and then decide if I want this over Heartstopper. So this says, every serial killer needs a friend. Every game must have a winner. Okay. When a chance encounter sparks an unlikely bond between rival serial killers. Come on now. When a chance encounter sparks an unlikely bond between, also the pink matches. I'm so excited. I have a feeling. Anyway, when a chance encounter sparks an unlikely bond between rival murderers Sloane and Rowan, they find something elusive: the friendship of 2 like-minded, pitch-black souls who just happen to enjoy killing other serial killers. From small-town West Virginia to upscale California, and from downtown Boston to rural Texas, the 2 hunters collide in an annual game of blood and suffering, one that pits them against the most dangerous monsters in the country. But as their friendship develops into something more, the restless ghosts left in their wake are only a few steps behind, ready to claim more than just their newfound love. Can Rowan and Sloane dig themselves out of a game of graves, or have they finally met their match? Okay. Okay, I think I'm sold. I'm gonna put Butcher and Blackbird onto my November TBR. I promise at some point I will read the Heartstopper novels, but that point is not today. So yeah, let's pick prompt number 4. Wow, what a turn of events on this TBR. Oh my goodness. Also, what a collection of books on my TBR so far. So prompt number 4 says, ooh, a popular book that you haven't read yet. Okay, what is a popular book that I have not read yet? Let me take a look at my shelves. Okay, I have 2 that have both been on previous TBRs. So right now it's just a matter of picking which one I want to put onto this TBR and seeing if I will read it. So first one is King of Wrath by Anna Huang. This book is very popular, obviously. I read her Twisted series. I loved it. This was on my fall TBR. So a part of me wants to put it on here again, but I'm going to read the backs this time and see what I want to add. So King of Wrath by Anna Huang says, she was my North Star, the brightest jewel in my sky. Ruthless, meticulous, arrogant. Billionaire CEO Dante Russo. Oh, I remember Dante. Like, obviously I knew that this book was about Dante, but like, I'm trying to like remember, and I remember him from Twisted Lies. Okay. Anyway, billionaire CEO Dante Russo thrives on control both personally and professionally. he never planned to marry until the threat of blackmail forces him into an engagement with a woman he barely knows. Vivian Lau, jewelry heiress and daughter of his newest enemy, the wife he never wanted and the weakness he never saw coming. It doesn't matter how beautiful or charming she is, Dante will do everything in his power to destroy the blackmail and their betrothal. There's only one problem. Now that he has her, he can't bring himself to let her go. Oh my goodness. Elegant, ambitious, well-mannered. Vivian Lau is the perfect daughter and her family's ticket into the highest echelons of society. Marrying a blue-blooded Rousseau means opening doors that would otherwise remain closed to her new money parents. While the rude, elusive Dante isn't her idea of a dream partner, she agrees to their arranged marriage out of duty. Craving his touch was never part of the plan. Neither was the worst possible outcome, falling in love with her future husband. I can't believe I haven't read this yet. I can't believe I read the If Love series instead of this. Okay, let's see what Serpents in the Wings of Night is about, because tell me why. I don't have any fantasy on my TBR yet, so let's see. Let's read the back of this. For humans and vampires. I love vampires. Oh my goodness, hold on. Like, did I not know this book was about vampires? Hello? Okay, for humans and vampires, the rules of survival are the same. Never trust, never yield, and always, always guard your heart. The adopted human daughter of the Nightborn vampire king, Oriya, ooh, that's such a pretty name, carved her place into a world designed to kill her. Her only chance to become something more than prey is entering the Kajari, a legendary tournament. There's tournaments. Vampires, Nightborn King, tournaments. Her only I think I'm going to pick this. Anyway, her only chance to become something more than prey is entering the Kajari, a legendary tournament held by the goddess of death herself. But winning won't be easy amongst the most vicious warriors from all three vampire houses. To survive, Oriya is forced to make an alliance with a mysterious rival. Everything about Rain is dangerous. Rain is such a pretty name too. Oh my goodness. Everything about Rain is dangerous. He's a ruthless vampire, an efficient killer, an enemy to her father's crown, and her greatest competition. Yet what terrifies Oriya most of all is that she finds herself oddly drawn to him. But there's no room for compassion in the Kajari. War for the Nightborn crown brews, shattering everything that Oriya thought she knew about her home. And Rain may understand her more than anyone, but their blossoming attraction could be her downfall in a kingdom where nothing is more deadly than love. Business Insider says Carissa Broadbent's The Serpent in the Wings of Night has all the fun of A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I really hope not. I really hope not, because ACOTAR pissed me off. Okay, I really hope like this. Can I put both? Tell me why I kind of want to put both. Okay, there is no fantasy book on my TBR right now, so I think I'm going to put The Serpent and the Wings of Night, because also I've put this on multiple TBRs. But you know what? If my final prompt may allow me to add King of Wrath, I will probably add King of Wrath. But I'm trying to be realistic with the books that I'm going to read, so I'm going to add Serpent and the Wings of Night to my TBR for November, and we're going to pick our final prompt right now. Oh my goodness. Okay. King of Wrath also kind of fits like fall, so maybe that could have been in. Okay, final prompt for November. A book with a small town setting. Let's see where King of Wrath is set. Is all I have to say. Oh my goodness, there's a playlist in this book. Lake Como. I guess that's not really a small town setting. Let's see what other books have a small town setting. Hold please. Okay, I think this can work. I forget exactly the town Legendborn is set in, but this book just follows and continues the story. I think it's a smaller town in California, if I'm not mistaken. But Bloodmarked is book 2 in the Legendborn series. I want to continue the series, so it's actually like it would work out perfectly if I put this on my TBR. But I don't remember if it was actually set in a small town or not. But Bloodmarked, I'm gonna kind of put it here. And then I also low-key forgot about this book, which is Weird, but this is Wild at Heart. This is book 2 of the Simple Wild series, and I actually really wanted to. I remember my goals for 2025, and I really wanted to finish the series in 2025. In fact, I reread the Simple Wild because I wanted to continue this. So I think maybe book 1 of the Simple Wild follows Kayla, and Jonah. Kayla is from Toronto. She comes to Alaska to see her estranged dad and meets Jonah. And then she moves back to Toronto, and that's how the book ends. So this book picks right off because something really cute happens at the end of the book. So I'm thinking this book because it is set in a small town in Alaska. So I think just because I don't know just because I don't remember exactly if town was a small town or not, they were obviously in like a school setting. So probably not, but just because I don't know that, I'm gonna go with Wild at Heart by K.A. Tucker. This is book 2 in the Simple Wild books. And yeah, I'm actually glad I didn't add King of Wrath on my TBR because I did need at least one fantasy on my TBR. But let's go over the 5 books that I have on my November TBR, starting with a book under 300 pages. We picked Only for the Weak by Natasha Bishop. A book that I think will make me cry. We picked Kyland by Mia Sheridan. A book in a genre I don't normally read. We picked Butcher and Blackbird by Brynn Weaver. This is a darker romance, serial killers. A popular book I haven't read yet, and this has been on multiple TBRs now, but this is The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I am obsessed with Carissa Broadbent, so I feel like I'm gonna love this, plus vampires and a tournament. I'm already here for this. And then last but not least, a book with a small town setting. We picked Wild at Heart by K.A. Tucker. I am so excited for my November TBR, and I'm not gonna lie, if I read only these 5 books in November, I'm happy. I'm very happy. I may throw in King of Wrath, but we'll see. Let me try and get through these. But I'm also a mood reader, so we will see what I decide to do. But thank you so much for watching my a little bit chaotic November TBR, because yeah, I am so excited for these books, and I am so excited for getting into the holiday season. I'm so excited for December. I'm excited for Christmas books. I'm excited. I bought some TBR cards, so we might use that to pick my next read at some point, and I'm just so excited. I'm gonna go back to doing homework now, and I will edit this video at some point tonight. But yeah, thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next one.